Could Donald Trump be America's last president? There's this book called The Last President by Ingersoll Lockwood. The main character is a boy named Barron Trump who is a time traveler, which coincidentally is the name of Trump's son. And then the book starts off in New York City on 5th Avenue. Trump has a tower on 5th Avenue. In the book, it's a very politically divided America, which ends up leading to the last president. In the book, Barron Trump becomes good friends with someone named LaFay Pence. So we got Trump and Pence co-starring in The Last President. Now here's where it gets really trippy. John Trump, Donald Trump's uncle, was the engineer who worked on Tesla's inventions. If you've never heard of Nikola Tesla, he was defamed by Thomas Edison for making free alternative energy, which wasn't profitable. One of the apparent inventions of Tesla was anti-gravity time travel, which was one of the machines that Donald Trump's uncle was working on, but it was inconclusive. And to top it off, look up FBI Vault Nikola Tesla. It says he's from a different planet.
Craziest conspiracy theories, part 4. And today's conspiracy theory is about mind control.
Ooh, hit the like button.
Today, we're talking MK Ultra. And no, MK Ultra is not the latest Mortal Kombat game. And I'll go ahead and tell you, this one's much different than the previous conspiracies we've done because this one is true 100%. MK Ultra was a project by the CIA that actually applied mind control techniques to unwilling participants. That's right, on US and Canadian citizens. This included drugging them with psychoactive drugs such as LSD. The idea was to try to figure out how to mind control hostages to get the most amount of information. Some of the things they did included electroshocks, hypnosis, isolation, even verbal and sexual abuse and other forms of torture to their own citizens. This happened at over 80 locations in the United States and Canada. While all the files from the 1950s project were ordered to be destroyed, it became public in 1977.
Is Britney Spears being held hostage? If you follow Britney on Instagram, you might notice that her account is a bit strange. I'll show you. So here's her Instagram. You can see that kind of her selfies are taken by someone else, it looks like, and they're all pretty much the same angle. Her makeup is super messy. She's wearing pretty much the same clothes in all her posts. Now, Britney does post a lot of dancing videos on her Instagram, and I've noticed she's done this one thing repeatedly. I'll show you what I mean. These are two separate videos, and you can see that she keeps doing whatever the fuck that is. And if you go in her comments, all her fans, all these people are saying, Britney, are you okay? This and that, da-da-da-da. Tell me why she posted this.
The first question that you mainly ask me is what my favorite song is.
Girl, you know no one asked about your favorite fucking song.
And the first main question that you guys ask me is what's my favorite holiday.
In both videos, she's swaying back and forth, which could mean she's nervous, but why would she be nervous? In this post, she said, natural light reveals the magic in your eyes. Her mascara says, call 911.
Here's a fun NBA conspiracy for you. In the 2017 NBA playoffs, a player named Markieff Morris, who played for the Washington Wizards, hurt his ankle in Game 1 versus Celtics. This was only 11 minutes into the game and he didn't return. The injury looked like he would be out for a couple weeks and no one expected him to play in Game 2. But he did play in Game 2, and he played as if he was never injured. In fact, he had his best game statistically of the playoffs at that point. Here's where it gets interesting. Markieff Morris has an identical twin brother named Marcus who also plays in the NBA. His brother was playing for the Pistons, who were already eliminated from the playoffs. The theory is that Marcus played for his brother, because both brothers have the exact same tattoos and don't have any super apparent differences.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory that Steve Jobs is still alive? This one is fucking crazy. For those who don't know, Steve Jobs was the co-founder of Apple who helped launch it to where it is today. Sadly, he passed away back in 2011 after his battle with pancreatic cancer. Or did he? Back in 2019, Reddit went fucking crazy when one of its users uploaded a picture of a man in Egypt. A man who looks identical to Steve Jobs. People started lighting up the comments section, but not to disprove it, but to say that they believe it. People are convinced because not only did Steve Jobs specify that he would want to go to Egypt one day, but he was also heavily into Buddhism and spirituality, hence the way this man is dressed. Steve Jobs was also known for crossing his legs while sitting and holding his hand to his chin while he was in deep thought, like the man right here. And everyone said he was just crazy enough to do it. The only thing disproving this theory is that the man is wearing an analog watch, not an Apple Watch. But if you were hiding, would you wear the watch of the company you founded? What do you think?
This is Stanley Myers. He created a car that runs on water. Well, hydrogen, but water. See, this invention would have changed the world. So a lot of oil-rich nations were sitting there and trying to buy the patent from him, but he wouldn't sell. If the world wasn't dependent on gas anymore, imagine how much money would change hands. Since they couldn't buy the patent, they sat there and tried to debunk him. They claimed he was a fraud and all that, while still trying to buy the patent. Our own government and foreign governments started to harass him. He said he feared for his life. Then guess what happened? He went to a restaurant with his brother to meet some Belgian investors, and he died. He died yelling and screaming and throwing up black shit, saying that he was poisoned. But the coroner said he had a brain aneurysm, and now his brother refuses to talk about it. He also did a whole video on exposing the New World Order.